Mallala Yousafzai grew up in the beautiful Swat Valley of Pakistan, surrounded by mountains and the dreams her father had planted in her heart. From a young age, she loved school. Her father, Ziauddin, ran a small school and always told her that education was the most powerful weapon anyone could have. She believed him. But as she grew older, darkness crept into her valley. The Taliban took control, and with them came strict rules. Girls were no longer allowed to attend school. Schools were bombed, teachers were threatened, and families lived in fear. Many girls stopped going, afraid of the consequences. But Mallala, she refused. When she was just 11 years old, she started writing a secret blog for the BBC, using a fake name. She wrote about the fear that hung over her town, about how she and her classmates had to hide their books, about how she still dreamed of becoming a doctor. Her words traveled far beyond her small valley. People across the world started listening, but so did the Taliban. As Mallala's voice grew louder, so did the danger around her. She appeared in documentaries, gave speeches, and openly spoke against those who wanted to silence girls. She was warned, even threatened, but she never backed down. "Why should I be silent?" she would say. "Education is our right." Then came the day that changed everything. On October 9, 2012, Mallala was sitting on a school bus laughing with her friends when the bus suddenly stopped. Two masked men climbed aboard. One of them pointed a gun at her and asked, "Who is Mallala?" Before anyone could answer, he pulled the trigger. The bullet struck her in the head, passing through her skull and neck. She collapsed as her friends screamed. The world held its breath. For days, she lay in critical condition, unconscious, between life and death. But Mallala was never one to give up. She was flown to the UK for emergency treatment, and against all odds, she survived. But something had changed. The Taliban had tried to silence her, but instead, they had made her voice impossible to ignore. Mallala refused to let fear win. Instead of hiding, she spoke louder than ever. On her 16th birthday, she stood before the United Nations and declared, "One child, one teacher, one book, and one pen can change the world." The world listened. She started the Mallala Fund, fighting for girls' education across the globe. She met world leaders, campaigned against child marriage, and continued her fight, never letting go of the dream that had nearly cost her life.